My name is Richard Jones. You may recognise me as the magician who won Britain's Got Talent in 2016. And I'm also a very proud Armed Forces veteran. As a Lance Corporal of Horse, I originally served with the band of the Parachute Regiment and then joined the band of the Household Cavalry, and I was very proud to have served 12 years. This is the story of my service and how it shaped my life and career. My brother's in the army, both my parents were in the army. All my relatives have pretty much served somewhere in one of the forces, so it was always a dream of mine to follow in their footsteps. When I first joined, I was attached to the band of the Parachute Regiment, and we spent lots of trips travelling around the world. So I had a lot of time on coaches or aeroplanes travelling somewhere. So I thought it'd be quite fun to learn a few tricks just to keep people entertained, and gradually over time those tricks got bigger and bigger and better. Once the army realised that I was quite good at sleight of hand and quite good at magic, they really helped me and really pushed me and allowed me to do shows. I was doing mess nights after not long. And then the army posted me to the band of the Household Cavalry, which in all honesty, I didn't want at the time because I didn't want to go through the rigorous horse training to learn how to ride a horse. It was 6 months training, and I knew it was going to be super tough. But I now tell people it's the best decision I never made, because actually it was amazing. Still to this day, no matter what stage I perform on for magic, I'll never get the same feeling of pride that I get from being on top of a horse, going down the Mall, on Trooping the Colour, on the Queen's birthday parades, where there was thousands of people waving a flag and getting involved. No one else in the world does it like we do. So in 2016, I decided I wanted to try and share my magic with the world. So I had this crazy idea that I wanted to try and get on TV. So I went to do the Britain's Got Talent auditions. And I always remember thinking, there's no way the army's gonna let me have the day off to go and do the auditions, because it turned out it was on the same day that the band of the Household Cavalry that I was a part of, we were supposed to be entertaining in Buckingham Palace Gardens. But I went to my boss, and he was such a lovely man, and he knew how much it meant to me, and he made it work. He let me have the day so I could go and audition. I knew I wanted to do something special, specifically to show my love for the military and the military communities. I wanted to tell a story that meant a lot to me, tell a story about my friend Fergus Ancorn, who was a veteran himself, and he was a magician during the war, and he was captured in Singapore, and he used magic to survive. It kept morale going in the really dark times when things were going badly. He joined me on stage, and we had the band of the Household Cavalry on stage as well, and it was just the most amazing moment. I'll never forget it. It was such a proud moment. I was very lucky that the Army gave me permission to wear uniform on TV at that moment as well, and then we won it, so that was nice. The military absolutely made me the person I am today. I wouldn't be here, I wouldn't be on a stage, I wouldn't be able to perform magic, I wouldn't be confident in any way if it wasn't for the support and the confidence that is instilled in me from my army career. I think the role of the charities who support veterans is essential. I think there's going to be a lot of people who really need guidance, really need support and help in lots of different ways, especially people who have seen a lot of combat and maybe had difficult times in their career that they struggle to deal with. I think it's easy to cover that up when you're in the forces, because you know everyone around you has probably been through something similar. But when you're out on your own, yeah, sometimes you need help. A lot of the funding that supports the veterans comes from obviously the Veterans Lottery, which is a great thing. I've seen and heard lots of stories from people I've met who have needed that support and got it when they needed it. So I would personally like to thank everyone who gets involved in the Veterans Lottery, because yeah, I've seen that money does go to very important causes. The work of the Veterans Foundation do to support charities and the military community and our veterans wouldn't be possible without the support from the Veterans Lottery. So if you want to help support our veterans and help those charities, please play the Veterans Lottery.